All right, so now we have with us Mr. Ahmed Kamal, Chairman, Federal Flood Commission. Assalamu alaikum, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, very grateful for what you are find.
Okay, so Mr. Ahmed, if you could just start with telling us about your the Federal Flood Commission and what are you guys doing in it? And
in fact, it was the Federal Flood Commission was put in place in 1977. In 1976, there was a massive flooding in the country.
Yeah.
And before that, the issue of flood management was being dealt with at the provincial level.
Mm-hmm.
And the federal government found it appropriate that in order to have an integrated and holistic flood management, there is a need to go tackle it at the national level. So that's why the Federal Flood Commission was put in place with the prime objective to formulate and implement countrywide 10-year national flood protection plans, bring improvement in the flood forecast and warning system in the country, and for manage the reservoir operations, especially during the monsoon season, so that no man-made disasters are created all around. Apart from that, one of the prime functions of the organization is to undertake shared monitoring and evaluation of various water sector projects, in particular including the disaster-related and the flood-related projects. And besides this, the organization is also taking care of post-disaster damage need assessment, especially in the context of water and water sector projects.
all right, and so what are your future plans with NDRMF and the Federal Flood Commission? What are you guys planning to do?
Let me share a very good news that we already have a MOU agreed between the NDRMF and Federal Flood Commission. We expect it to be signing on the 11th of next month.
Okay.
And by virtue of that MOU between the two institutions, our prime project, which has recently been approved by the ECNIC, that is Flood Protection Sector Project, costing 194 billion rupees. Okay, it is going to be implemented through some sort of a support to be channeled by the National Disaster Risk Management Fund. Besides, capacity building and institutional strengthening of Federal Flood Commission, organizing various seminar conferences and workshops on a joint subject, and at the same time, work under the overall umbrella of National Flood Protection Plan 4, which is a 10-year program, and it is going to be probably launched very soon by close of, next month.
All right, and last year the floods were really bad and they caused a lot of damage in Pakistan. So what kind of future plans and implementations have you guys thought of when it comes to if it ever happens again?
Okay.
How do you think it's going to help Pakistan?
And let me first of all, share with the audience that the last year floods were totally different from what we had in 2010. And the monsoon trend in Pakistan is basically from south to north, and it enters from Rajasthan or areas like that, and it approaches the upper part of Tribela and for some, otherwise between the catchment areas of Jhelum and Chenab rivers. But last year it had the moment it entered the country, it diverted and it had its impact on the southern part of the country, firstly on Balochistan and Sindh, followed by the urban areas of Sindh and finally on the coastal area of the southern parts of the Punjab. And it had its peak reached on the 25th and 26th of August, when there was a lot of widespread rains in the catchment areas of River Chana, River Savant and River Khabar. Coming to what experience that we have got and what changes we need to have is that the very first lesson that we got was the drainage system, especially the drainage system of Sindh, was very bad, was not well maintained, was not given due attention. And at the same time, some of the heavy flows from the coastal mine area of southern parts of Punjab, they also have an impact towards the waters or the drainage waters in the province of Sindh. And similarly, the Kirtan Hill torrents which comes from or which originates from Balochistan, they also bring lot of water to the province of Sindh. So the biggest thing learned was there is a dire need to have a combined drainage plan for the province of Balochistan, province of Sindh, and province of Punjab, on which we are working. The second thing is that we only have single forecasting center or forecasting division in Lahore, FFD, the Flood Forecasting Division. So now there is a need to have at least one regional forecasting center in each of the 4 provinces. Apart from NGB and AJK, we already had planned a project document on that. And once those project documents are approved, they are going to be implemented. Thirdly, we do have our good telemetry system for our main rivers. But the smaller rivers which are getting into the main rivers, just like if you can see small rivers and then further branching, further branching. So they are devoid of any telemetry system. So now we have worked out a national master plan of flood telemetry, by virtue of which 679 telemetry stations shall be put on small rivers. So by doing so, the flows which those small rivers and streams are generating, those will be accounted for, and the Pakistan Met Department will be in a better position to make a good, precise forecast. Finally, the areas of the valleys of GB, Upper KP, as well as Azad, Jammu and Kashmir, there is an incidence of flash floods, and in 3 to 6 hours, lot of damage that occurred and occurs. So we also have planned to put in place their mobile radars mounted on vehicles, and their diameters are small, but at the same time they are able to, or they will be able to, forewarn the communities, very quickly. Rather than forecasting, they are going to undertake nowcasting. What is happening now? So the communities are safe and the damage potential is reduced.
That's a very good initiative.
Coming to the hill torrent addressing the hill torrent issue. Let me, for the sake of interest of the audience, share with you that the Kois area, there are a few hill torrents like Kaha, Mithava, then Surilun, another Vidor hill torrent. They used to generate hardly 25 to 30,000 cubics of water. Now they are generating more than 200,000 cubics of water, and they are playing havoc in that area. So the project that has been conceived is to connect those hill torrents by virtue of the flood carrying channels with the main Indus River, so that the water is utilized by the communities on both sides of that flood carrying channels. But at the same time, there's not their damage potential is addressed.
Yes, okay. That's a very good initiative, and that was very insightful. All right, thank you so much for your time. It was really good to have you. Thank you so much.